Now we're going to go from the off the field issues to something that happened in the locker room or on the field with James Harrison just casually said on a podcast that his then head coach Mike Tomlin, after a horrible, like, it was a tough hit. He did say in the quote that I only hit him at 50%. Looking at it, he really may have only hit him at 50%, but James Harrison's 50% is a little bit higher than the rest of the world. He wrecked this dude, Muhammad Massaquoi. And so he just casually says that the Giest thing that Mike Tomlin ever did was hand him an envelope after that hit. I'm not going to say what's in the envelope, but he handed me an envelope.
It was two tickets to the opera, man.
Yeah.
He had some good tickets to the opera on Saturday night. He was just trying to help a fella out.
Yeah, so definitely interesting. So I went to, in my thought of, okay, this was clearly money, like everybody else, and he's paying him for the hit. I did not necessarily cross that line and saying there was a bounty gate in my initial thoughts of, like, Mike Tomlin had a bounty. Well, I don't know why you would have a bounty on Muhammad Massaquoi. Like, that's kind of a weird player to go after. But I do think there was some money handed to him, whether it to be to pay the fine or be like, I don't care. He actually did not get penalized on that play. But basically, like, I don't care if the league is going to penalize this in the future. I want you to do more of that.
Yeah, I can't see supporting the idea that, well, let me back up and say it would be one thing, and I know it's illegal and they can't do it, so I'm not arguing that, but it would be one thing if they had things like that where, hey, if you get 4 sacks this game, I'm giving you $1,000. Or if you make 2 something where it's within the game, I could understand that. But if you're paying someone to hurt somebody, that is a different thing, and that is a problem. And again, I know both are illegal. You can't do that they're not allowed to do that under the table anyway. But if he's paying him because he hurt the guy, that's a problem.
Agreed. Yeah, there definitely needs to be an investigation here. It was apparently was it an 09 that hit happened, or 10?
Well, he ended up getting fined after the fact, right?
Yeah, I think it was $75,000 that he ended up getting fined. So, but it was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I don't really want to see Mike Tomlin get punished for that. Like, of course he's going to deny it. And why wouldn't you deny it? I mean, how much evidence are they going to find 10, 11 years later? Maybe
I agree. If it happened, he waited way too long to say anything because it's not something that you would be able to prove it unless you have 3 or 4 other guys that come out and say, "Oh, he absolutely did that." Then you have a different story. But one guy talking,
they paid me too. Yeah, when I did that, they paid me too. Because James Harrison has YouTube compilations of brutal hits.
Yeah.
Were those incentivized?
I don't
by
know.
Mike Tomlin?
I know you don't remember Ronnie Lott, but Ronnie Lott over the center, over the middle in San Francisco, people did not want to catch the ball when Ronnie Lott was out in the backfield.
Right. No, but I guess, and obviously, like, we know that he's going to be hitting hard. Players in the past just did not give a crap about their bodies. They just literally threw them into the other player with no holds barred. But the point is like, did James Harrison do that because that's just the player he was? Or was he incentivized off the field?
I see your point. I see your point,
like
what you're
that.
saying.
And so there definitely needs to be an investigation. I don't know how much they're going to be able to prove. I don't know if you can follow the money that far. I don't know if that's
well, it has
possible.
to be a lot of money. I'm trying to remember what Greg Williams, when they went through in New Orleans, something makes me recall that the bounty gate they were not being paid a lot of money. It was, I mean, maybe not $100, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like oh, if you do this, you're getting thousands of dollars. It was kind of almost a side bet of, oh, you did that. Here's some money. So I would say that for someone to go out and start headhunting people, or you know what I mean, that money in that envelope would have had to be a lot of money for Harrison to be targeting people to make that. And maybe in his day he didn't make as much, but yeah, in fact, I would go as far as to say that if there was cash in that envelope, it would have had to been packed really wide from someone to consider hurting people to get that. I mean, like I said, I don't recall what the Greg Williams amount was, but I want to say it was in the hundreds of dollars. It was not it wasn't like here's $100,000 to go hurt somebody. It was like almost like a, you know, an award, you know, oh, you're the winner, and like giving somebody a game ball. You know, would you go, hey, if you hurt somebody today, I'll give you a game ball? Would you, you know, would that incentivize you to kill people? I don't know, maybe it would. But anyway, I've said enough.
Yeah, I was just seeing here if I could see if they had in here of how much the teams receiving 20-yard line earned $100. So the players and Williams contributed their own cash to the pot and received cash payments based on their performance in the previous week's games. For instance, a special teamer who downed a kick returner inside the receiving team's 20-yard line earned $100. Players usually earned $1,000 for cart-offs and $1,500 for knockouts.
Okay, see, that's different. The $100 for, I don't have any problem if a coach says, hey, here's dinner for you. Well, in this day and age, half a dinner.
Yeah.
But you know, if you want to give somebody $100 for getting somebody down inside the 20, that's different than if they're carted off the field. Then that's a different thing entirely.
Yeah, but yeah, these guys are typically making millions of dollars, even back in the 2000s. $1,500. To your point, I don't think is necessarily like a whole ton of money to these individuals, but I guess
I will say, and one more thing before we end this. I don't play golf well, but I play golf, and the people I play golf with, we bet $1 Nassau, so it's $1 front, $1 back, and $1 for 18. I don't like losing that dollar, so I try as hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's only $1. It's afterwards you're having a drink and you're handing over $1 to somebody. I want to be getting $1 as opposed to handing it away. So it's not necessarily how much. It might be also have to do with the culture in the locker room. Like I want that recognition or whatever. But
it's clearly there was something going on because they fined Greg Williams $500,000. So
yeah,
they definitely found something. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. The like button is on this side for mobile. If you have any of your own thoughts or questions, comment down below. We may just answer it next video. Thanks. See ya.